So I'm going to help you set up these problems. 10.1 through 5 worksheet. These are tangencies, or tangents. So you have point tangencies at the 90-degree angle. You're going to do Pythagorean theorem. So you have a leg, and a hypotenuse. Leg, oops, I did that one wrong. Leg, hypotenuse. And then we have leg, hypotenuse. I'm going to help you set up number 2. On number 2, you have x squared plus 56 squared equals x plus 32 squared. You need to multiply this out, which would be x plus 32 times x plus 32. Distributing FOIL will get you the answer of x squared plus 64x plus 1024. Drop these down, and then you'd solve them out. On 3 and 4, this is from 10.2, these are central angles. Angles that are marked congruent are congruent. Same with the arc measures. So arc measures and central angles are the same. If you know all 3 of these are congruent, you know circles worth 360. I'm going to let you figure that one out. Same thing with this one. The central angle is 90, so the arc of AB is 90. These two are marked congruent, so I will let you guys figure that one out. Remember, arc measures add up to be 360. Points from a common tangent add up to be, or excuse me, points from a common tangent are equal to each other. So you're going to take 3x squared minus 10 equals 17. Pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure you get the x squared by itself, and you'll solve it. Find measure of angle A. You know that AC is the diameter because it goes through the center. Arc AB plus BC is going to equal 180 degrees, so find your arc at BC, and know that this is an inscribed angle, so the relationship between its arc that's intercepted and the angle is half the arc. Work through and find that. On 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, excuse me, MQ and NR diameters of the circle, you're going to find the different measures based on what is given to you. Make sure you know that NR and MQ are diameters, so you can find your missing values. Pay attention to the order. For example, M and Q means you're going to start at M, go through N, end at Q, and so you're looking at this whole value here. This whole arc is representative of its central angle, with it being a diameter. It's 180 degrees. And since it's 180 degrees, you have to either classify it as a minor, major, or semicircle. I'll let you do that. Remember, 3 letters are major or a semicircle, 2 letters are minor. Make sure your math also represents that, because you have to do that usually after you find your degree measure. The next part. On number 13, the chords are really hard to see, but the chord values are 12 and 12. Remember from 10.3 that if the chords are equal distance, or their measurements are equal, means they are congruent, the distances that they are from the center are equal. So you'll set these two equal to each other and solve. 14 is 10.4 with an inscribed angle. I already talked about how to solve this one. 15 is an inscribed angle for arc AB. You can find that. You can do opposite angles of the quadrilateral of D and B add up to be 180. Same with A and C. Honestly, I would do inscribed angles for this one. 16 is what we just learned about yesterday in 10.5. If the angle's outside the circle, the difference of the arcs divided by 2, or half the difference of the arcs, equals the angle. So you have the angle equals 1/2 the big arc minus the little arc, or small arc. Excuse me. Same thing with 18. This arc value goes to this arc. This goes to this arc. So you're going to set it up same way. Pay attention to combining like terms. Number 17. If you know this is 137, remember you have linear pairs. Look at what arcs they give you and use your math. Remember that this is angle equals 1/2 of big plus little, or small. And then 19 through 26 is inscribed angles and central angles, but mostly inscribed angles. They give you some arcs, so to be clear, LM is 84 degrees. KN, this whole length here, is 116 degrees, which means if I was to do my first inscribed angle, this is what I would do. This arc is 116 degrees. That angle is this whole guy right here. So the measure of angle L, or NLK, which is number 23, I would take 116 and divide it by 2, or half 116, and should get 58, but I'm going to double check. 58 degrees. So the answer to number 23 is 58 degrees, because you took 116 divided by 2. Now from there, work your magic, figure out what you know, use different colors. This arc here of ML responds to, or corresponds to, this angle here. That's what you're working on. Good luck, have fun.